Our retirement, is it truly secure? It's a question people ask worldwide. Public pensions are meant to be a reliable promise for security in old age. But in many countries, that promise is starting to feel shaky. Today, let's look at South Korea, a country facing this challenge head-on. Is its pension system a reliable promise? Or does it feel more like a gamble with your future? Like many nations, South Korea's public pension faces a major challenge. It's a math problem. People are living longer and fewer children are being born. This means fewer workers paying into the system for each retiree taking money out. The system wasn't designed for this demographic reality. In 2025, after years of debate, South Korea passed a reform. The basic idea is often called pay more, get more. Citizens will contribute more during their working years. In return, they are promised higher pension benefits in retirement. But here's the catch, and this criticism is heard globally about similar reforms. Simply adding more money doesn't fix the fundamental imbalance between contributions and payouts. It's like trying to fill a leaky bucket by pouring water in faster without plugging the main holes. The system is still projected to run into trouble long term. Critics argue this approach is often politically easier than making truly tough choices, like significantly raising the retirement age. It looks like action, but doesn't solve the core issue. And this is where trust breaks down. Younger generations are asked to pay more now. They pay into a system they worry won't fully support them decades later. The promise of getting more feels uncertain, but the burden of paying more is very real today. This creates a feeling not of security, but of constant anxiety. It makes the pension feel less like a solid promise and more like a gamble with their future. This feeling, this lack of faith that society can provide stability, has devastating ripple effects. In South Korea, it's seen as a major factor behind the world's lowest birth rate. Think about it. If you are worried about your own future, if you doubt the system's meant to support you and the next generation, does starting a family feel like a responsible choice? For many, the answer is increasingly no. And here's the truly brutal twist. Fewer babies mean fewer workers paying into the system in the future. This puts the already stressed pension system under even more pressure. It accelerates the financial problems. It becomes a downward spiral. Pension anxiety contributes to lower birth rates. Lower birth rates mean fewer future workers. Fewer workers worsen the pension crisis. This, in turn, increases future anxiety. The recent reform didn't break this cycle. So, what is the way forward? Not just for Korea, but for any country facing this? There are no magic bullets, but experts and citizens point to some key needs. First, honest, open conversations. Everyone needs to understand the real situation based on clear information. All generations need a voice in finding solutions. Second, leadership willing to make tough choices. Politicians need to prioritize the system's long-term health over short-term popularity. Third, fair ways to adjust the system. This likely involves some shared sacrifice, like adjusting contributions or retirement ages. But if the process is transparent and aims for fairness across generations, it's the only way to rebuild trust and make the pension promise reliable again. Ignoring this problem or using temporary fixes simply won't work. It's a challenge requiring collective responsibility and a real commitment to the future, everywhere. Now is the time for all of us to seek genuine fundamental solutions, together.